EA Sports and the PGA of America are proud to present second round coverage of the PGA Championship. Major championships are where the world's best golfers rise to the occasion, trying to etch their names into the record books. Today, we will see which golfer grabs the spotlight here at the PGA Championship. It is the season's final major championship here at Whistling Straits Scenic Golf Course, playing host to all the action. But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Frank, what's the best way to attack this first hole?
You'd like to hit your second shot just a little right of the flag. Everything slopes towards the left.
That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a full melody now.
Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Frank, where has that been?
Yeah, thank God for small mercies.
Frank, bold is beautiful here at Whistling Straits, and this second hole is for the bold, isn't it?
Well, even though it's just under 600 yards, it is reachable for the long hitters. Ideally, you want to hit it down the left side, because that way you can see the green. There is bunkers left, and there is bunkers right. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. And into the thicker stuff.
Let's see if he can bludgeon this one out.
He'll need to be strong with this. Frank, we talk so often about striking a golf ball. This player is a superior ball striker, but there's another element involved, isn't there?
It's called distance control. It's not the number on the bottom of the club you're hitting. It's knowing how far it goes to avoid mistakes just like that.
Frank, that was a pretty tough lie out of the rough there.
Yeah, it made that actually a little easier than what it really is. It would have been too easy to try and bite off more than you can chew. So I got to give him a pat on the back for that.
Back in the fairway. Been this way all day. Airtight, no mistakes, solid shot.
And yet another green in regulation.
Just a little tap in here. Frank, it has been that kind of a tournament. Another bogey. Now the stunning 188-yard par 3 third here at Whistling Straits.
Yeah, the green angles to the left. You have to be careful because it's well protected by those huge bunkers and dunes on the left.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
He got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law. Even par, currently.
Well, too bad. He gives one back. Now back over to the fourth. This has not been pretty so far in the second round. Frank, what are you seeing?
Ball's just going everywhere. Out of control, really. A lot of poor decisions. So right now, we better see a turnaround.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Birdie try up next. Locked in on the read and the speed. Be very happy with that one.
Yeah, lag putt, I mean, really, it's unrealistic to try and make those. So anytime you can two-putt from there is a good result.
Been a little too much of that, Frank, just sort of ho-hum pars. Here at Whistling Straits, and they call this hole snake. Frank, how do you avoid getting bitten by it?
Well, if you go left, there's water. If you go right, there's water. This hole is anything other than straight, so it suits its name. Somehow find the fairway. Best way to play this is treat it as a three-shotter.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Now his third, staring right at the green. Frank, there's a real art to putting a good score on the board, isn't there?
Yeah, that's why stroke play is so tough, Rich. You're trying to minimize everything on a golf course, turn a 6 into a 5 or a 4 into a 3. It's like even off the edge of a green, trying to get up and down in 2 rather than 3. And you've got to do it for 18 straight holes. Straight holes. If it's a 72-hole tournament, then you've got to do it for 4 straight days. And that's why that's always been the best predictor of our best players, the ones that can go 4 days and make the least number of mistakes.
Oh, I thought he had that. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Set to go now at the 6th. It's a pretty short par 4.
Yeah, slight dogleg to the right, but you can play it straight away. There's a series of bunkers down that left side, and then they really choke the fairway at about 320 yards.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
On the dance floor here at the 6th, but still a pretty hard putt coming up, about 30 feet away, trying to make yet another birdie. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
And getting ready for the putt. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
On the 7th tee now, and a tricky 221-yard par 3.
If you have a look at the way in which Pete Dye has designed this hole, you can see that the green shapes away to the right. So if you can bring the ball in from the left, it's certainly desirable. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. You knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Workmanlike hole, he walks away with a par. Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark.
Frank, when we stop staring at Lake Michigan in the background, what should we be focusing on?
Well, somehow you're going to have to thread a long iron in between those bunkers right and Lake Michigan.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
That was a pretty nasty lie out of the rough. He did the right thing there, Frank. Solid play, heart of the green.
Rich, you got to tell me what happened. I covered my eyes on that one.
Another bogey. What else? Frank, what about this downhill shot off the tee and the idea that you just want to sort of let that ball run toward the green down the hill?
Well, Pete Dye just gives you so many different looks throughout the front nine of Whistling Straits, and this really is the first example of this, plus the swirling winds that are created by that sort of tree in the mounding on the right of this green. Quite spectacular.
That sets up well for a chance at the green here at the ninth. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. This looks like it's heading for the bunker.
That looked like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club?
You know how to play this shot, Frank, right? You keep your chin up, you look down your nose at the ball, you have to pick it cleanly, and keep your head still. Well, the best in the game don't do it any better. McIlroy, Fowler, Duffner, they'd be impressed by that bunker shot. That is a solid par putt. Built on a 2-mile stretch of Lake Michigan over what was an abandoned airfield, quite a layout. It is Whistling Straits in Kohler, Wisconsin, site of not one but two PGA championships. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Frank getting set for a challenging back nine.
Decision to be made here, really. How much do you want a chance with the tee shot? A good drive down the left side of this hole will actually get you very close to the green. But if you miss it left, problems.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Not terrible, but not his best.
An outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
645-yard par 5 11th. They call this hole the sandbox, and hopefully, Frank, you're not picking up the shovel here.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. If you're reaching this par 5 and 2, then you don't belong on this planet.
now the second shot here at this par 5.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, this is a huge par 5. How reachable is it?
Well, probably chances of getting home there, you're going to need something around the 340-yard mark off the tee. If you've done that, well, one thing to be aware of is that huge bunker, that huge deep bunker short left of this green.
Good strike right there, right off the center of the face and about 20 feet away. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Wow, I thought he made that. That may have been a bit too much to ask for there, that distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
Did the job right there. Frank, the short par 3 12th, what are you looking to do?
Well, you'd think it's a snack. Green straight in front of you, points a little bit to the right, but just getting it and keeping it on the green, it takes some doing.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That's one of the more depressing sights in golf. You hit a good one, and then it just sucks back too much spin off the green. Very nicely done, right on the dance floor. Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. Frank, you can see by the reaction, it has been that kind of week. Just a few too many pars. Frank, here at the 13th, a lot can happen.
Just a gentle dogleg to the right, or at least the hole moves to the right, plus the slope of the fairway. So you've got to aim left of center. Got the measurement out there, Rich. Looks like 290 yards.
Always a little trick. Your club selection is key, playing downhill in this shot. Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
Looks like he just misread that. Different day, different hole. Made bogey yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like. And he makes it for par. Now the par 4 14th, and Frank, this is not about brute strength, is it?
A bit of a head scratcher here. When you first look at it, you think you just pull out the driver. but it narrows up in the driving area. So really it's a layup off the tee, just a short iron in from there.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank. Super. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Frank, it's really hard to believe that we are in Wisconsin because it looks like an old seaside links course from Scotland or Ireland.
Well, Pete Dye spent a lot of time in Scotland in the early 1960s, and that's really where he learned his architecture from. So a lot of those features he's incorporated in Whistling Straits.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Well, at last, a birdie. Frank, lots of sand and beach in view here at the 15th.
Yeah, this starts a tremendous 4-hole run to the clubhouse. And this is going to require your best tee shot. Maybe a little fade off the tee would keep it away from those bunkers on the left and set up that second shot. You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You'll need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait. And at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Locked in on the read and the speed. That's how you maintain momentum. Make those putts for par. Frank, as you know, the finishing holes at a major championship can make even the world's #1 player buckle under the pressure. How do you avoid that?
Well, with a good drive to start here, there's a series of bunkers that start about 300 yards down the right side. You'd like to start your tee shot on those and maybe work it back towards the fairway to get a little bit more run and make this hole reachable. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Second shot coming up here at the par 5. This one is definitely heading left. Looks like it is going to end up in the rough. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
'17th now, and if you have a club that goes 250 yards on a good line, bust it out right now.
And if anything, you want to aim it just a hair to the right. It pays to be a little cautious here because of that mound on the left. It goes down some 20 feet below the level of the green.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Clean this up with a tap. Frank, nothing really went the player's way this week.
Yeah, if this was motor racing, you'd say it's a case of having 4 flat tires.
The final hole, the 18th, and the clubhouse in the distance. Frank, it's looking like home sweet home, isn't it?
Well, if you can hit the fairway here, that's one thing, but it still leaves an enormously long second shot.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Now playing the second here at the par 4. Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough.
Oh, that's off the beaten track. You got 5 minutes to find it.
He'll need to be strong with this. Shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
This for par. Good effort and good par putt. Frank, disappointing couple of rounds there.
And consequently a miscut. No chance playing in the weekend, but there's more than one tournament ahead.